The Investigator, Personality Traits in Handwriting. Today we're looking at the traits of investigative thinking, analytical, broad-minded, direct and clear thinking. Together they create a mind that questions, refines, and doesn't settle for surface answers. That impacts everything, from conversations to big life choices. These traits give you clarity. You're good at cutting through confusion and asking the real questions. But in softer situations, that same clarity can feel blunt and your focus can feel strong in softer places. First, we'll look at investigative thinking. And I think of this as sticking your nose into things as a sharp point to find things out. And it shows in sharp points in handwriting. It's on the tops of M's and N's and H's and occasionally a K, although there isn't one here. When the top of the letter is a point, like an upside down V shape instead of a rounded top, this is investigative thinking. This person likes to nose out as much information as they can. Then we're on to analytical thinking. And analytical is when you take the information you have and sift it to see what is valid, what's good information. So I like to think of that as a funnel, because how it shows in writing is a V formation at the bottom of the writing. If you think of a funnel shape, it's a V with a stem on the bottom. So the funnel shape, the analytical thinking, shows in a V at the base of the writing. It can be anywhere in the writing, but it often shows up in the M and the N. And analytical and investigative thinking are very common to find in the same writing. Then we're on to broad-minded. Once you've investigated, found the information, and analysed it, you need to be open-minded as to what use it is to you. And broad-mindedness shows in E's that show a space within them. You'll see there's a nice space showing in each of these E's. This person is open to new ideas, open-minded. And the last trait is direct or clear thinking. And that's someone who doesn't mess around, they don't get confused, they can see clearly what's of use and what isn't. And that shows anywhere you put the pen to the paper at the beginning of a word and there's no initial stroke. There's no lead-in stroke. There's no curve or flourish or hook or anything before you get into the part of the letter that's absolutely essential. And you'll see every word there begins with a clear stroke, no initial stroke. So clear, direct thinking. So that has it very solidly. So here's a quick quiz for you. The traits we looked at were investigative thinking, analytical, broad-minded, and clear and direct thinking. And here is a handwriting sample for you to look at. You can pause the video if you want to have a better look. And on the next few slides, I'm going to show you which of these traits show up in this writing. So see what you can identify first. First, we'll look at investigative thinking. That was points at the top of M and N, and in this case, you'll see a K as well. So definitely investigative thinking is very strong in this writing. Then we'll go on to analytical thinking, and that was a V formation at the bottom of the letters, usually M and N, and you'll see it at the bottom of the K here too. So very sharp at the bottom. So very analytical. So this is investigative, analytical. They find out, they analyze. Then there's broad-minded. That is where an E is open with space on the inside of the loop. So this person is also very broad-minded, open to new ideas. And the last one is direct or clear thinking. And that is where there are no initial strokes as you put the pen to the paper at the beginning of a word. And that is what this has here, no initial strokes whatsoever. So this person is also very clear thinking. So this writer has all of the traits that we're looking at in this example. How did you do? You notice more than you say. You think before you accept. You refine before you conclude, and that's a strength. Just balance clarity with care.